Hi there, sign of Gemini. This is Kim here to do a next 48-hour reading for you. I did one yesterday and it seriously deleted it. Like, it didn't even, it said it recorded the whole thing, and then anyway, I don't know what the issue was with your reading, but I remember it, and I can tell you the outcome of your Celtic cross was mainly talking about needing to assert yourself. Wheel of Fortune coming out. Wow, really? We'll just go ahead and start. We'll take the cards that flip out today with your reading because, hello, this is really good. Whoa. All right, they're just flying out for you. Okay, so we have Wheel of Fortune, Temperance. I'm going to put Temperance as the challenge. The Four of Fire, seriously? Heart of the Matter, that's the celebration, guys. Oh, and this is exactly what came out. This card is what came out on your outcome with another card, but meaning that you are needing to go after what you want. This, I'm going to put it in the past, but I feel like it might have to do with waiting on, maybe you were waiting on a sign. I mean, sometimes, especially if you're someone who really believes in the divine plan, then sometimes you just kind of wait for the feeling or for something to be right or a sign. And so maybe that's what that one's talking about. This could be, I mean, you could have on your mind like a marriage or anything like that with this Four of Fire. Practice makes perfect. Everybody's wanting to celebrate. I mean, it even has the volcano in the card as like part of this celebration. That's interesting, right? So whatever it is that you're celebrating, it's for a bunch of, it's like maybe they're celebrating coming out of this cocoon. By the way, this is the deck, the Enchanted for Hoxa. So I'm sorry, forgot to mention that. So your signs that you have so far, you have all the fixed signs and Sagittarius. So you have Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo, and you have Sagittarius. This is extremely good because, as you know, when your feeling is into something, well, the Wheel of Fortune is saying that there's a turn of events, something much better, something fortunate for you. It's a turn of the wheel. It is fate turning somewhere you're gonna like. I don't know. That's the only way I know how to describe that. Temperance as the challenge means that it's going to be, at times, maybe it's going to be a tough balance, but it's doable. And this is with the help and the assistance, like, of your spirit team. Interesting. Also, to temper metals, like, to remove the impurities. I was just seeing something on TV about tempering. Well, it wasn't about specifically tempering, but they were definitely making things with metals and melting it down and stuff like that. So that's interesting. All right. Since your cards are just flopping out today, and yeah, there they go. They really are just flopping out. Five of Fire. You have a lot of, you have some competition, or to me, it's almost even coming across as like, these are the obstacles. You could have animosity, or, I mean, because this fairy here is taking on all of these snakes at once. And these snakes are just as fiery as this fairy is to get whatever it is, right? They're all just as fiery. So the Five of Fire, you may be prepared to like compete at all costs here, whatever it takes to win. And you have to really be careful and navigate. I mean, she doesn't have something directly behind her, but she does have this snake. So it's important that she navigate her distractions. Focus is really important. And it usually kind of describes things, maybe even trying to purposely pull you off focus. So it's even more important than to navigate your distractions at this time. You can see those cards, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So for Gemini, interesting, Gemini, interesting. Let's get some more cards for their Celtic cross here, Spirit. However you want to give these cards out. Oh, I love that, the color of her body on this and the hair, those colors together. I just love that. Like a light turquoise and orange or orangey or peachy. Okay, there's something with those colors. We even have the peach rose here. There's something very significant about the colors. Maybe they would be calming for you. The hawk or the falcon, one of those, I'm not sure, but the bird that has focus, right? The bird that when it comes into your spirit realm or your physical realm comes into, anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. It is there for reminding you to focus. This is what happens when you haven't had a whole cup of coffee yet. But so the Knight of Air like this as a challenge is that it is truly a challenge to stay determined and focused on this change, because this is change. It's having an issue coming in. We will clarify. We'll use the gold foil tarot to clarify why is this Knight of Air. I don't know if this is you or somebody else, or maybe it has to do with, a lot feels like it has to do with focus and determination. And if you notice, this is ascending in fire, so action. 4, 5. This is you. Death card with the so and we're reading this, you know, from the pictures that they have on this deck, in this deck, and then also the traditional means. So the black roses are really nice. There's just like an extra little tid piece here. It kind of reminds me of a moth wings or moth wings, but definitely the fox looks like it's taking a break. There may be getting closure. You may be getting closure. You may be like majorly transforming. You're definitely open to transformation, but you're open to an ending here, knowing that the ending is just the beginning and that it's always like that. So, so Scorpio energy is going to be very influential with you with this card as to how you're feeling. Scorpio energy is feeling kind of like courageous. Woo, especially with this. Feeling really courageous. With all these Leo energies that give you, and Aries energies that gives you strength. I forgot to mention Aries. Yeah, Aries energies here too. You have a 9 of Earth in the environment. And it reminds me of this article. I saw this article about the albino deer that was found or pictured in Tennessee. And it was on Google or something like that. And they called it the ghost of the forest. And this looks like you have a spirit animal showing up as the ghost of the forest here, as a fox. But I think there are white foxes. I think I've seen some white foxes. But anyway, the 9 of Earth is about a financial gain, a windfall, a winning of money, an inheritance. It is sometimes it's reward for your effort, right? But the amount of money that you have allows you to live the way that you want. What's the hope or fear here? What's the hope or fear for Geminis? Lovers. Oh. So the hope or fear has to do with if something comes in that maybe even here in the past, maybe you already know this energy. Maybe you know this energy from literally like feeling like, oh, I feel like I've known this person for a long time, but it might have to do with past life lovers. Hope or fear. The hope is to be at a crossroads where you're joined forces here with soulmates. And the crossroads is really important. Maybe black snakes are important to you. Interesting on this Lovers card, there's 3 figures in the card. I don't usually see 3. And then we have the Rose. Not yet open. So there's still something that's like, it's about to bloom for you. For you. All right. Outcome here for Geminis. Give me that outcome. We'll take 2 for the outcome. I have the 7 of air. Ooh. Don't tell somebody about whatever direction this is. Know that there are universal laws kind of overlooking all that you do as it is anyway. Those are like representing a council or some kind of authority. This 7 of air has a person on it that looks like they're camouflaged, not letting others know what they're doing. That could be viewed as sneaky word deception. It could be viewed as that, but I'm not going to immediately go there. Let's get another card until we have clarification. Because it can be a card of strategy. Oh, it might be a card of strategy. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, on the bottom, the 10 of water. Wow. On the bottom, the 10 of water. Beautiful. Fairies, the mermaid, the triple rainbow. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful card. I love that card. And this one I'm not too much of a fan of because I don't like those little holes like in anything. Any kind of weird holes like that. Okay, but obviously this is a nest or something like that, right? So in your previous reading, what is coming out to me was, 1, don't let others know that you have this. 9 of earth. That's really important at this time. It's a warning. It's a message from spirit. You don't want somebody to try to deceive you just because of that, and they will, or the possibilities there. But the Knight of Earth is like slowly but surely something is coming through as you're needing it to. It's predictable. It's reliable. This energy could be an offer. It is honest. It is successful. Like bigger than anything, this is like your offer of success and stability. Practicality. No surprises here. Maybe for you, no surprises. For somebody else, they might be quite surprised at your success with this, because this is a lot of success and this is steady success. And the transformation is like, okay, so what are we putting to an end? That's what we're going to have to, that's what we're going to get clarification on. This could be Aquarius energy. This could be Virgo energy. Doesn't have to be specifically the signs, but, and then Gemini, your energy is the Knight of Air. I feel like the way that it's sideways has to do with your will and want for how determined are you to have something, and how resistant are you to this change that the Death card energy brings in. Ten of Water, gosh, underneath it all, like underlying issue is this is about standing up for, going after your fairy tale ending, your complete happiness. Okay, this is really good. This is really, really good. So, Gemini's. That's a completion. This is having everything that you want materially and spiritually. Oh, look at that. And the devil is in the reverse because the devil wasn't in your plans. The devil just wasn't in your plans. He's not going to the Ten of Water with you, and you're already going there. So you've resisted some kind of temptation that could have gotten in the way of you having these things manifested, and you didn't let that happen. That's beautiful. Tell me about this Seven of Fire. Pass. Tell me about the Seven of Fire. The Fool. Go after what you want after a situation, after you had to finally say, you know what, I'm not going to stand up and say I want this because it's not reciprocal. I'm going to go after something that's new. If I'm going to take a leap of faith, it's going to be on something without a past, with a new beginning. And that's what I get with that, the Full energy. Beautiful. It's not it's not just happenstance. It is coming up because it is the bridge between your closure, a change and transformation, and then these milestones met, your successes, your goal hit after each goal is hit, you know. It's like taking a new lease on life, like you've got a new lease on life. And it's happier. Good, Gemini. Okay, because maybe I would have, I don't know, sometimes I'm thinking that just because I got the message yesterday, maybe it was the way that I worded it. There's something better about today's, the words. So tell me about Temperance, making the impossible possible. Tell me about that challenge, your patience. Another Knight of Air, sideways. Another Knight of Air, sideways, seriously. Change. Being determined and keeping your focus. Eight of Swords, like sideways or challenged. And the Two of Wands. So this is about your, both of these cards could be interpreted as your focus. It's also about your alignment with your higher self. It's about a few different possibilities. It's about changing your path and going on the one that's right for you. It's about not feeling like you're stuck, not feeling like you're guilty. There's any kind of like, you're not guilty if you're, you know, changing and determined to live the best life you can. There's nothing wrong with wanting that. And so getting out of your little mental prison anytime you think of some kind of excuse that could get you blocked or trapped or stop you from going towards what you want. Clear your mind and refocus. There's where there's a will, there's a way. All right. Yes, where there is a will, there is a way. The Nine of Air, I don't feel like this needs any. So you've got competition, the goals and destiny. Your goal is to rise to the top, and you will. You may be faced with some aggression because of, one, you're doing so good, and that's just what kind of happens. Sometimes we even get faced with more temptation when we're doing good. There's the Magician. There's the Magician. Like I said, the devil's not in your plans. You don't plan to take any toxic attachments with you on your fairy tale ending, and the Magician is here. Wow. So what about the change then with the Knight of Air? What can you tell us that will help foster, bring in change, determination, and help us with our focus? Ooh. Not postponing or avoiding the inevitable. The sun will light the way. Something will be crystal clear on an old way of doing things that simply cannot be done like this anymore. It's going to take something that has strategy, having skill and being cunning and not avoiding the hard decisions. This might be something that like you can't avoid postponing because it's just simply not working anymore. With family, connections, and wealth, it's something that it's overdue, and it's like something passed down. The passed down part I'm getting is to avoid or postpone making a big decision. Look, there can even be a decision like I can't help you anymore, or I don't want to help you anymore. You know what I mean? So because this card can be independence, it can be self-reliance, and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse could be that like somebody's really wanting to get money from you and to avoid a loss of money too. You just have to decide, look, I can't help. Instead of avoiding something, like I can't help in this situation. I think that's a warning in there, especially with that Seven of Air. All right, so the Lovers, hope or fear. What about the Lovers? Wanting it to work out. I think if we're judging something by the past, then yeah, the past partnerships that weren't fair, the people that were reckless with your heart, that were careless with or reckless with the way they approach to work is too, and prosperity. Yeah, those two energies are not working, and there is an issue or a problem. This Lover's energy feels like it's somebody from the past that you don't need to actually try to work on something with, because this is dysfunction, and this is not going to work, and it's going to get in the way of your success with work. It will also get in the way of you having any substantial movement towards your goals. So, Knight of Earth, Seven of Air. Knight of Earth, Seven of Air. What else? Five of Swords, and a little bit of conflict too. These energies are causing conflict, or they will, I mean, you rise above, you have wise discernment. There's 12 swords all together. You just need something or someone that obviously this is practical, it's a good offer, it's stable, it's secure, it's honest, dependable, loyal. Five of Swords, this is aggression, it's conflict, it could be violence. I mean, it's not a good. Don't get pulled into that energy is what I'm getting. What's behind the Magician? The King of Fire. The King of Fire. Leo, Aries, and this is about building something that's bringing in a lot of wealth and getting kind of noticed for that. That's exactly what's going to happen. And that could be jealousy, envy, and people trying to get you distracted because, I don't know, some people are just mean and they don't want you to have whatever you have. I don't know why. That's how the world is sometimes. All right, Five of Cups, Four of Cups in the reverse is like it's time to actually power through some heavy emotions of loss and regret and sadness. And it's time for a new start, a fresh new start for you. Because of some kind of dissatisfaction initially with how things turned out. And then so when we get through these things and we finally say, okay, I'm ready to look at something as if I've never experienced it before, then we can get rid of these fears. It can be the fears stopping you from moving ahead. We also have 555. Yeah, 555. That's important. Three of Pentacles on the bottom. Cooperation, working well with others, laying down the groundwork is what I've got for you, Gemini. Look, if you want a private reading, I do offer those. So check out my website. It's linked in the description, and you can get yourself a private reading. And otherwise, thanks for joining me. And I hope you got something from your reading. Just kind of letting some tea leaves flow out here. What other advice do you have for Gemini before we leave? All right. I have Mountain Road. You are on the road to success. Can't talk. You are on the road to success. Nice. Butterfly. A change for the better. A change for the better. Vulture, depression, anxiety, worry someone is against you. Well, you have these energies. The only one that could really be like against is like I said, the devil's out of these details. You're not including toxic things. And so someone might be upset that you're not even including them, even though that if they are toxic, you know, even if they are. Mule, someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. Bird perched, waiting for news, package, or a letter. And if you're taking a chance on something, especially with this investment or money, don't let others know. It's just a really big important, don't let others know. Crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Nest, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. Angel, spiritual guidance and protection from harm. And fair woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. And that is what I've got for you guys. So sending you light and love. Please like, share, subscribe, and come back for a future energy update. All right, bye, Geminis.